my name is Joseph Hawkins, and I'm the Artistic Director of Key Chorale, Sarasota, Florida's premier symphonic chorus. If you're a singer, you know how important it is for us to come together, to connect, to communicate, to make music. It's part of our DNA. It's who we are. During this health crisis, singing in choirs has been quite a challenge. But for singers, coming together and making music has never been more important. Music and singing, it's how we express ourselves. It's our emotions, our joy, and our incredible hope for a brighter day tomorrow. Key Chorale is a fully auditioned symphonic chorus of 120 singers. In addition to our unique and collaborative programming, we have a heart and passion for education and community outreach. We have our off-key chorale, a choir for those living with Parkinson's disease and their care partners. And we also have our brand new Where Are My Keys chorale for those living with memory loss and their caregivers. It is very important for these singers. They come together each week. It's the highlight for them. But with these rehearsals canceled, we wanted to find a way to bring the music to them and keep them singing. So each Thursday at 2 p.m., we'll air a new episode. And then after that, you can watch any of these episodes on our YouTube channel. So if you are joining us from one of those choirs or from anywhere throughout the world, welcome to the Come Together Choir online choral rehearsals. And the good news is you've already passed your audition. So let's sing. Welcome to episode 1 of the Come Together Choir online choral rehearsals, volume 3. For volume 3, we'll be learning 9 songs from the Great American Songbook in what we're calling Too Darn Hot, the music of Cole Porter. If you haven't already, the best way to enjoy this experience is to register, which you can do by looking in the description below this video. Click the link. Once you register, we'll email you PDFs of the music and lyrics so you can participate in these rehearsals even more fully. And you can always subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the red subscribe button below this video. So now, on to lesson 1. So let's stand. And if you're at home, you can stand if you feel comfortable standing. If you don't, you can also do all of these exercises seated, but just make sure you have the best posture you can. And I just want to say, if you are with Off-Key Chorale, Lee Doherty Ross and I miss you so very much. We're glad that we're at least able to connect in this way and with her sing-alongs that she sends each week. And I have to say, for Where Are My Keys Chorale, we miss you guys as well. Jamal and I are with you in spirit, but we miss you guys. And if you're joining us from all over the country, we're just grateful to have you back. If you haven't participated in volume 1 and 2, we recommend those to you as well. So we're going to start with just some physical gestures just to kind of get ourselves kind of warmed up. So we're going to do just some general stretches. You kind of reach towel. And like I said, you can do these in a chair. You can do them seated. You can do them standing, but they're better standing if you can. And then let's do a little bit of this. Let's do some shoulder rolls forward. We're just doing big circles, rolling to the front. Oh, and then we'll see if the shoulders work well. Let's go the other way. Here we go. So far, so good. Excellent. Very nice. And we'll do a little if you imagine you have a ladder in front of you, you're going to grab one of those rings nice and high and grab another rung. And you're just going to climb the ladder, but as you're doing it, you want to feel the stretch in the left and right. So you want to kind of get in contact with our bodies so that we can make some good singing. And then let's do some row in the boat. So you're going to grab some imaginary oars now. Ready? And go. And when you reach out, make sure you stretch the lower back as far as you can. And make sure you've got really good balance. And like I said, you can do these seated. You can do them standing. Very nice. And then a lot of times we grab a lot of tension during the day. So let's kind of go tense and then shake it out and release it. So just kind of feel how loose it is one more time. Tense and shake it out and release it. Very nice. And then let's do a little exercise. We're going to reach for the sky. So just make sure your feet are shoulder width apart and reach about like this angle. And then what I want you to do is lower your hands, but keep your shoulders where they are. So lower your hands and feel how you're almost like a puppeteer has you extending. That's kind of the idea. So with singing, we don't talk a lot about posture, but posture and breathing are two of the most important things to making a beautiful sound. And you can imagine if we don't have great posture, we're not going to make the best sound. And posture can be different for everybody. So you want the best posture you can, depending on whatever your challenges may or may not be. So the idea is making sure that you've got your shoulders raised. So when you do this little gesture and you keep your shoulders raised, now you don't have to, you take a breath, you're already set up. But if your shoulders are kind of down, you have to kind of almost get yourself into alignment to take a good breath. So make sure there are a couple things to think about when you're doing this, and that is making sure your feet are shoulder width apart. You have one foot slightly in front of the other. Keep your knees loose and keep the weight forward, not back. You don't want to be back on your heels, but you want to be kind of on your toes, ready to go. and your sternum lifted, meaning so almost like that puppeteer just grabs and just elongates your whole spine. And that's kind of the idea. So keep doing that throughout the episode, and even if you're seated, same idea. All of those posture rules apply. So let's do a little bit of breathing, because I mentioned posture is important, but nothing's more important than breathing itself. And so let's do a little exercise. We're going to blow all the air out till you're completely out of air. Then we're going to suspend for a couple counts, and then we're going to take a deep breath and then blow the air out. So here we go. All the air out and till you're completely out of air, and suspend for a second, and deep breath and out. Very nice. So you want to kind of connect with that feeling, the sensation of good breathing. What I like about that little pause is it just lets that air rush in, and you can really feel the expansion. One more time. So all the air out and keep your shoulders nice, and suspend, and deep breath and out. Let's do one more. And a lot of times when you blow all the air out, we kind of go like this. So when you blow all the air out, just keep that really beautiful posture. Imagine you're the puppeteer. I'll be the puppeteer. I'll hold you up like that. Here we go. Ready? One more time, and all the air out until you're completely out of air, and suspend, and deep breath and out. Very good. So let's do this, because we don't have that much time to take a breath every time we sing a song. Let's do it a little bit faster now. So now we're doing a singer's breath. A singer's breath is really close. You fill up to 100%, and that's the best part of it. You take a big breath up to 100%. It should be quiet breath. We don't want to hear it. And deep. So here we go. Deep singer's breath. Ready? And out. There you go. So then we're going to do a singer's breath, and we're going to go on a hiss sound, like a snake would make, and then we'll do that for 8 counts. So here we go. Deep breath on a singer's breath. Ready? And out on 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very good. So let's do this to 12 this time. Same idea. Ready? And 1, 2. I did that terribly. Let me try that again. And now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's do it on 16. So remember, think about that posture. If you're seated, make sure you've got really good balance. Nice deep breath. And out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We'll do one more. And if you can't make it to 20, we're going to go to 20. Go as far as you can, as well as you can. Take another breath, come back in. We're not keeping score. It's just a matter of just getting that sensation and feeling it and becoming better at managing the breath. So here we go. Last one. Deep breath and out on 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You made it. Woo! So all of these exercises you can do every day, and the more you do them, the better we'll get at them. And let's start singing a little bit. This one's a very easy exercise on ya. So it's just ya, 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 ya. And notice when I do it, I think every sound is tall and beautiful. Ya, 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 ya. Try it with me. Ready? And go. Ya, 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 ya. Good. Ya, 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 ya. 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 Good. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 one more. Ya, 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 ya. Good. The next one is me-ah. So it's me-ah. Is it? Sorry. There it is. Me-ah. And when you do it, think about, you might even just put your hand on your chin on ah. Me-ah. To remember that ah is going to be nice and tall. Here we go. Ready? And now. Me-ah. Good. Me-ah. Good. Me-ah. Excellent home. Me-ah. Next one we're going to do on a ha, and this is what I call the laughing ha. So it sounds like this. Ha, 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 ha. Notice it's the same vowel. Ha, 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 ha. But it's really active. Try it together. Ready? And. Ha, 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 ha. You got it? Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 Nice. and it's a very fast one. So it goes pa 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 pa. But notice I don't move my mouth a lot. I try to keep it kind of close. Pa 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 pa. So it's a pretty quick moving one. Here we go. Ready and pa 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 pa. You got it. And pa 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 pa. Last one. Good. Have a seat. If you're at home, have a seat as well. I've got one more we're going to work on, and it's one of my favorites. And it's a Dr. Seuss. The alphabet's from Dr. Seuss, and this is Many Mumbling Mice. And we've done it. I think we did it in volume 1, so you might remember this one. But it is, the words are many mumbling mice. So say that. Many mumbling mice are making midnight music.
Are making midnight music
in the moonlight.
In the moonlight.
Mighty nice.
Mighty nice.
Let's do it a couple times. So many mumbling mice.
Many mumbling mice
are making midnight music.
Are making midnight music
in the moonlight.
In the moonlight.
Mighty nice.
Mighty nice.
Very nice. So let's go a little faster. I'll do a little longer phrases now. Many mumbling mice.
Many mumbling mice
are making midnight music in the moonlight.
Are making midnight music.
Let's do that again. Are making midnight music in the moonlight.
Are making midnight music in the moonlight.
Mighty nice.
Mighty nice.
All right, let's sing the little exercise now. Sounds like this, and it's in a minor key. So it's many mumbling mice are making midnight music in the moonlight. Mighty nice. Let's try. I'll do it one more time. Just listen this time. Ready and. Many mumbling mice are making midnight music in the moonlight. Mighty nice. Try it with me. Many mumbling mice are making midnight music in the moonlight. Mighty. So all those making midnight music in the moonlight, all the same notes. So once you find it, you're home. Ready and go. Many mumbling mice are making midnight music in the moonlight. Mighty. Good. Many mumbling mice are making midnight music in the moonlight. Mighty. You got it. Keep on going. Many mumbling mice are making midnight music in the moonlight. Mighty. Last one. Many mumbling mice are making midnight music in the moonlight. Mighty. And then we have a big finish for this one. So the very last time, if I hold up a fist, that means it's the last time. And the sopranos and tenors can go, mighty nice. So many mumbling mice are making midnight music in the moonlight. Mighty nice. And then we have what we call the big finish. So let's go back and try that together. So back to the beginning and watch for the fist. That means big finish time. Here we go. Ready? And many mumbling mice are making midnight music in the moonlight. Mighty nice. Many mumbling mice are making midnight music in the moonlight. Good. A little faster. Mighty nice. Many mumbling mice are making midnight music in the moonlight. Mighty nice. Many mumbling mice. Big finish. Are making midnight music in the moonlight. Mighty nice. Woo! You got it. So now you have the mumbling mice. Now we have 25 more letters to go, but we got to start. All right. So very nice. We're going to do song number 9. So if you have your music or lyrics, you're going to look for song number 9, and this is our closing song. When we're doing in-person rehearsals, we have a closing song for the off-key chorale, which is our choir that's created for those living with Parkinson and their caregivers, and we do this beautiful song, one of my favorites from childhood of Carol Burnett singing, I'm So Glad We Had This Time Together, and that's our closing song, so we end every rehearsal with that. And for our Where Are My Keys chorale, we end every rehearsal with Happy Trails, the Roy Rogers and Dale Evans piece, so we did that in Volume 2, so we thought for Volume 3 we'll do I'm So Glad We Had This Time Together, which we also did in Volume 1. So let's see if we can put this together. And if you haven't registered already, just a reminder, if you look at in the description below this video, you'll see a link. You can click the link, and as soon as we get your information, we'll email you PDFs of the music and the lyrics so you can participate even more fully. All right, so this is song number 9, and you can choose to read either the lyrics or the music, whichever you're more comfortable with. Let's just read it through and see how it goes from the very beginning. Ready? And To letter A, a couple spots to watch. One is, I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh or sing a song, seems we just get started. So seems is kind of moves through pretty fast, and then seems we just get started, and before we know it comes the time. So let's go back to letter A one more time, just to get those two little spots from the rhythm standpoint. Ready, and I'm so glad we had this time together. Just to have a laugh or sing. And watch the cut up. See, we just get started, and before you know it, that's the time we have to say so long. Let's do letter A one more time. We almost got it. So just watch that little phrase. Seems we just get started, and before you know it. That's the one. Ready? Towards the top again. Ready? And letter A. I'm so glad we had this time together. Good. Just to have a laugh or sing a song. Long note. And seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have. Keep going. Nicely done. Here's letter B. I'm so glad we had this time together. Because it makes me feel that I belong. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time for us to say. The last one's spoken. You got the idea. There's another little rhythm that's a little tricky. I'm so glad we had this time together, 'cause it makes me feel that I belong. So we're doing a little straighter than maybe Carol did. So let's try it. Letter B. Letter B. Ready? Here's some I'm so. 1, 2, and. I'm so glad we had this time together. Here it is. 'Cause it makes me feel that I belong. Almost. Because it makes me feel that I belong. Let's do it again from letter B. The first part was exactly right. Here we go. Letter B. 1 and now. I'm so glad we had this time together. Good. 'Cause it makes me feel that I belong. Perfect, everyone. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time for us to stay so long. You got it. So let's try it from the very beginning. All right, so let's stand and do it. We know this song now, and we're going to close every episode, including this one, with this our little signature song for Come Together Choir Volume 3. Here it is. Here's song number 9. Time we have to say have a seat. Bravo, we're doing really well. I want to introduce at this time our amazing accompanist, Mr. Jamal Sarakoki. And you're joined with some of our Key Chorale singers, so we're grateful to be singing with you and for you and kind of help you lead through these wonderful episodes. There's going to be 8 of them, so we're going to keep rolling now to song number 1. And for our show called Too Darn Hot, we thought if we're going to start a show, we better start with another open another show. So this is one of my favorite little tunes, and I think you'll recognize the melody easily and probably even know a lot of this. But part of it is not just knowing the melody, but knowing how it fits into this arrangement. So make sure if you're a male or a female voice singing in the upper register, you'll be a soprano or a tenor. If you sing more comfortably in the lower register, you're an alto or a bass. So you'll see the very top line, the sopranos and tenors, the higher voices are going to be singing the top line, and the alto basses will be singing the lower line. So there's 2 lines you're reading music. If you're reading lyrics, just watch the determination of which one is yours. So we're going to start at the very beginning, right when you come in at letter A, and it starts with the altos and basses. So altos and basses start, the second phrase is soprano and tenor, and then we all join together. So this is just parts. Another opening, a 1, 2, and another opening, another soprano, tenor. Everybody. And that last show is very short. Let's do that a little bit again. Let's go back to the middle, between letter A and B, where it says a chance for stage folks to say hello. Let's do the altos and basses, because you have a little different melody there. Here's altos and basses. 1, 2, and a chance for stage folks to say hello. Another opening of another show. So it's just that little phrase where you're a little different. Let's try that one more time. Altos and basses. Ready? And a chance for stage folks to say hello. Another opening of another show. Good. Let's go from the beginning now. Letter A. We'll put all that together. So alto basses, you're the first in. Ready? And another opening, another soprano, tenor. Everybody. A chance for stage folks to say hello. Another opening of another show. Alto bass. Another job that you hope that soprano, tenor. Will make your future forget your past. Another day where the ulcers grow. Another opening of another show. Very good. So B, the music is exactly the same. So altos and basses, you have that one little spot where you have harmony. Let's go back to letter B and get a second chance at all those words. So this is another job, letter B. 1, 2. Another job that you hope and last. Good. Will make your future forget your past. Everyone. Another pain where the ulcers grow. Another opening of another show. All right, let's put letter A and B together. You got it. Here's letter A and B. Right from the top. 1, 2. Another opening, another show. And it really was said all tomorrow. Everyone. A chance for stage folks to say hello. Another opening of another show. Another job that you hope at last will make your future forget your past. Another pain where the ulcers grow. Another opening of another show. Great. And if you're one of those singers that were saying to yourself, I don't know if I sing high or low, you can try out both parts, and when you find the one you like, that's your part. So it'll be that simple. Let's go letter C. This is when we start talking about all the weeks, and this is pretty much show business in its exactly as it is. So let's do letter C, and let's do our higher voices, our sopranos and tenors first. Here we go, 4 weeks. So 1, 2, and 4 weeks to rehearse and rehearse. Da, ba, ba. 3 weeks and we couldn't be worse. Ba, ba, ba. 1 week, will it ever be right? And all the work is that we do. Good. Let's do it again. And there's a little bit of divisi there, meaning there are two choices there. So sopranos and tenors. You can even pick a lower note if you like. So we'll review those notes in a second. But let's go back to letter C and do all that again. Here's letter C. 1, 2, and
4 weeks you rehearse and rehearse. 3 weeks and it couldn't be worse.
bum, bum, bum.
1 week will it ever be right? And out of the heart is happy person.
You got it. Very good. Let's go back and do right at the end of, right before letter E, the last phrase. Then out of the hat is that big first night. Let's do this. Let's do the lower of the two parts there. So these are people that will be singing the D as in dog. So here's then out of the hat. 1 and 2. Then out of the hat it's that big first night. One more time. That's it. 1, 2, and go.
And out of the hat is that big first night.
Let's do the ones, the sopranos and tenors doing the upper notes. Here we go. 1, 2, and go.
And out of the hat is that big first night.
Let's put those parts together. Ready, and.
And out of the hat is that big first night.
You got it. Let's go back to letter C as in cat, and let's hear the altos and basses now. Good job. These are altos and basses. Here we go. 1 and 2. 4 weeks to rehearse and rehearse.
3 weeks and it couldn't be worse. 1 week will it ever be right? Then out of the hat it's that big first night.
Good. So yours has a little bit of chromaticism there. You're kind of snaking your way through it. Let's try that again. That was a good first chance. Back to letter C, altos and basses. 1 and 2.
4 weeks you rehearse and rehearse.
Nice.
3 weeks and it couldn't be worse. 1 week will it ever be right? Then out of the hat it's that big first night.
Woo, I think, yeah, let's put those two parts together so you can hear the harmony and how they work together. Nice job at home on the chromaticism. That was very good. Here we go. 4 weeks. 1, 2.
4 weeks you rehearse and rehearse. 3 weeks and it couldn't be worse. 1 week will it ever be right? And out of the hat is that big first night.
Woo, I think you got it. Let's go back and do that again with a little more accompaniment, but that was excellent. So here's letter C again. C as in cat. We're going to put all that together. 4 weeks. 1 and 2.
4 weeks you rehearse and rehearse. 3 weeks and it couldn't be worse. 1 week will it ever be right? And out of the hat is that big first night. The road to journey's about to start. You cross your fingers and hold your heart. It's curtain time and away we go. Another opening of another show. And 4 weeks you rehearse and rehearse. 3 weeks and it couldn't be worse. 1 week will it ever be right? And out of the hat is that big first night. The overture is about to start. You cross your fingers and hold your heart. It's curtain time and away we go. Another opening, just another opening.
Good, good. All right, you got it. Perfect. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So letter I is a little tricky, and we're going to work on that in our next episode. So don't even sweat letter I, but I want to work through that. So let's go back. You did all the way. We worked this nice and slow through everything. And when you got to letter E, it's the same music again, different words. So again, the altos and basses start, and then the sopranos follow, and then we join together. And then at letter F, as in Frank, the 4 weeks, it's exactly the same thing that you did at letter C. And then when you get to letter H, again, it's the same thing. So let's go back to letter E. This is kind of the newer section, just to kind of get the words in place and get the timing going. So here's letter E. Altos and basses start us off. 1 and 2.
The overture is about to start.
Soprano tenor.
Cross your fingers and hold your heart.
Together.
It's curtain
so we're working our way through the end, but we've got everything up to letter I in great shape. Let's stand and do this whole thing all the way through so you get a chance to feel the whole piece. If you're at home, stand along with us. If you're feeling more comfortable seated, not too comfortable, but a little comfortable, so you can stay seated and sing well. But remember what we said at the very top of this episode. Posture and breathing are so important, so make sure you're in alignment, even if you're seated, so you can get a good breath and make a beautiful sound every time. All right, are you ready? It's going to be exciting. Jamal's ready too. So do you want to do the fancy intro? All right, you get a fancy intro this time. I'll cue you. Ready? And out. Woo! Here we go.
Another opening, another show. In Philly, Boston, or Baltimore. A chance for stage folks to say hello. Another opening of another show. Another job that you won't have
Very good.
will make your future forget your brows. Another plane where the ulcers grow. Another opening of another show. 4 weeks you rehearse and rehearse. 3 weeks and it couldn't be worse. 1 week, will it ever be right? And out of the heart is that we first night. The overture is about to
Soprano
start.
tenor.
You cross your fingers and hold your
Everyone.
It's curtain time and away we go. Another opening of another show.
Interlude here.
4 weeks you rehearse and rehearse. 3 weeks and it couldn't be worse. 1 week, will it ever be right? And out of the hat gets that the first night. The overture is about to start. You cross your fingers and hold your heart. It's curtain time and away we go. Another opening, just another opening of another show.
Very nice. Have a seat. Great work. We made a lot of, accomplished quite a bit in just a little bit of time. So next time we're together, we'll look at letter I and really fine tune that. And then we'll have a great finish to a really fun song. And if you're going to start a show, you got to start with this one. So let's move on to another one. This is song number 2. The next one in your packet, song number 2, it's Night and Day. One of my favorite sort of Great American Songbook pieces of Cole Porter, and it's gorgeous, beautiful piece. And we're going to start at letter C. So here again, if you're looking at either lyrics or you're looking at the music, we're going to start with letter C, and then we'll learn the little intro next time we're together. So this is letter C. Here we go, but Night and Day. This is in 4. 1, 2. Night and day, you are the one. Only you beneath the moon or under the sun. Whether near to me or far, is no matter, darling, where you are, think of you. Letter D and day and night. letter F. how far we're going. So that gives you kind of an overview, and I think the nice thing, an analogy I use with a lot of times we want to read through a piece of music, get a feel and lay of the land, and then we'll go and kind of work it out. It's kind of like I had a friend that said when her mom swept the house, she would go to the corner and sweep everything into the center. Then she'd go to the other corner and sweep everything to the center. And she'd do all four corners, and then she knew the entire room was clean. That's kind of what we're doing. We're just kind of getting an idea. How big is this room? So a lot of you probably already know this tune, but now the trick is, can we get the tune learned and also these rhythms? Because sometimes they're a little different than what you recall. So let's go back to letter C. The other thing, reason I picked this, we're a little slow for right now because we're just learning, but these are long phrases. So all that breathing we worked on in the very beginning of these episodes, we can apply because we're going to have some long phrases. So let's just go back and go to letter C, and we'll just kind of go phrase by phrase as we need to. So here's letter C. I'll give you two. 1, 2. Night and day, you are alone. And a breath. Only you beneath the moon or under the sun. Let's do that one. Let's do only you beneath the moon. That was pretty good though. So only you beneath. This is right after letter C. Second phrase. 1, 2. Only you beneath the moon or under the sun. You got it. Let's keep going. 1, 2. Whether near to me or far, it's no matter, darling, where you are, I think of you. Good, let's do that one. You get some nice low notes. Think of you. All right, let's go back to whether near to me or far. And there's a lot of syncopations that Cole Porter uses in music, which gives a lot of liveliness. There's one to watch, and that is near to me or far, it's no matter. That one, we want to kind of get that little syncopation. Let's go whether near. 1, 2. Whether near to me or here's the syncopation. It's no matter, darling. Just carry this over. I think of you. And 1, 2. Day and night. Good, good. And I think almost every time he starts these phrases, it's syncopated. Like the very letter C is night and day. If it weren't syncopated, it would be night and day, but it's night and day. And notice that letter D, he's a very witty lyricist. Day and night. So the letter C, it's night and day. Letter D, it's day and night, but that syncopation remains the same. So let's do letter D. Here we go. 1, 2. Day and night. Breath. Night and day. Why is it so that this longing for you follows wherever I go? Good. That one gets a little chromatic too. So let's do follows wherever I go. Here's the A sharp there. Ready, and follows wherever I go. Very good. Let's watch it again. If you're reading music at home, watch the notes with a little sharp sign. That looks like a little pound sign. Here we go. Ready, and follows wherever I go. You got it. Let's back up just a few words before that to that this longing. We'll put that whole phrase together. 1 and 2. That this longing for you follows wherever I go. Let's keep on going. 1, 2. In the roaring traffic, syncopation. In the silence of my lonely room, I think of you. Very good. Let's just review one little spot. Same kind of rhythm. In the roaring traffic's boom. Here we've 3 syncopations. Let's try it again from in the. 1, 2. In the roaring traffic's boom. In the silence. There they are. You got them. Let's keep on going. I think of you. Remember the syncopation. 1, 2. Day and night. night and day. You got it. So let's do that little bit there, that the little part, till you let me spend my life making love to you. That's a tricky little phrase. Let's start at letter F, though. Letter F, we'll get a running start at it. And the torment, 1, 2. And this torment won't be through till you let me spend my life making love to you day and night. It's kind of tricky, the rhythm. Let me spend my life making love to you. You can't make love too slowly. You gotta. So, till you let me spend my life making love to you. You got to really move through that to get it. Let's do letter F. We're going to do the words and rhythm just to get the timing. Here we go. Letter F and the torment won't be through till you let me spend my life making love to you day and night. Good. Let's sing it from letter F. You got it. Letter F. Here we go. And this torment. The torment's almost over. You'll get this phrase. Here we go. 1 and 2. And this torment won't be through till you let me spend my life making love to you day and night. You got it. Night and day. Very nice. Let's do one other little spot, and it's at letter E. Day and night, night and day, under the height of me, there's an oh such a hungry yearning burning inside of me. That's a little tricky line. Let's do E. This is kind of the bridge of the song. It's a little different than the part before. Ready and day and night, night and day. Good. There's an oh such a hungry yearning burning inside of me. Here's that tricky spot at F. And this torment won't be through till you let me spend my life making love to you day and night, night and day. Good, you got it. So I think we have a really wonderful start in this. We've got the whole, really the whole section learned. All we have to do now, next time we're together, is work on that intro at the very beginning and then the very end. But let's go back to letter A where we started today, or I should say letter C. Letter C is in cat. And let's stand and we'll go all the way through that. So we're going to stand and we'll go a little, you want to go a little faster? All right, so we'll go a little faster. This is, I love this little arrangement. This is a Tony Bennett arrangement. So if you ever wanted to be like Tony Bennett, now's your chance. So. All right, so we're going to go all the way through from letter C to where we ended up to letter G and just get as many of those things as we've been talking about. Here we go, and night and day. Letter E. Excellent. Have a seat at your home. If you're at home, have a seat as well. We've got a lot accomplished, and we got a good feel for that, and we'll kind of continue to refine. And as you know, there are going to be 8 episodes, and the final episode we'll do a mini concert to end that. So we'll sing all 9 songs. So we're going to look at one more song before we complete this episode, and it's song number 6. Song number 6. This is another fun tune, and this one is all in unison, all singing the same part at the same time, and there are lots of words in this, some cute, as typically is the case with Cole Porter, lots of witty little lines. So let's start at letter A, and just see how this goes. So this is one that we did, and I think we did this one in volume 1 because I liked it too much, so I thought we'll bring it back. So here it is. If you've been to volume 1, you're in the starting lane now. You're the pace car. Here's letter A. 1, 2, 3. If you're ever near them, here I am. And if you're ever in a rest, that's the best. If you ever feel so happy you'll be dead on your bed, it's friendship, friendship. Just a perfect friendship, and all the friendships have been forgot. Us is giving up, dig, dig, dig. So that one is loddle, dig, dig, did. We don't say that very often. Loddle, dig, dig, dig. Try it with me. Ready? And loddle, dig, dig, dig. And you can decide what that means. I don't even know myself. So let's go back to letter B. Letter B as in boy. There's a little bit of harmony. Let's do the sopranos and tenors. So people singing the melody, we're going to do hear you guys first. It's friendship. Letter B as in boy. Here are all the sopranos and tenors. Ready? And it's friendship, friendship, just a perfect friendship, and all the friendships have been forgot. Ours will still be love. And for everyone, when we do this, make sure we put the P on the word friendship. It's friendship, friendship, just a perfect blend ship. So we want to make sure all those ships are short. All right, here are the altos and basses on the harmony part. Letter B. 1, 2, go. It's friendship, friendship, just a perfect blend ship. When all the friendships have been forgot, ours will still be up. Good. Let's do it one more time for the harmony part, just so we really get that in our ears. Ready? And it's friendship, friendship, just a perfect blendship. When all the friendships have been forgot, ours will still be hot. Let's do letter B. Oh, sorry. I forgot your dig, dig, digs. My apologies. Let's do letter B, both parts. Letter B, both parts. 1 and go. It's friendship, friendship, just a perfect friendship. When all the friendships have been forgot, ours will still be hot. La, dig, dig, dig. You got it. Let's go back to, go move ahead to letter C. Let's do the next verse, letter C. So this is if you're ever in a tree, phone to me. 1, 2, go. If you're ever up a tree, phone to me. And if you're ever down a well, ring my bell. If you ever lose your teeth when you're out to die, borrow mine. It's friendship, friendship, just a perfect friendship. When all the friendships have been forgot, ours will still be great. La 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 la, chum chum chum. All right, so he gets a little tricky here, doesn't he? So it's just a perfect blendship. When other friendships have been forgate, ours will still be great. Ah, he's a funny one. So you got to be ready. The first time we do forgot, the second time forgate, which rhymes with great. So let's do letter D as in dog, and let's do it's friendship, and be ready for the forgates and the greats. Here we go. 1, 2, go.
It's friendship, friendship, just a perfect friendship. All the friendships that
Forgate.
ours will still be great. La 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 la, chuck chuck chuck.
And I don't know what lottle lottle chuck 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 means either. All right, let's do letter E. Let's keep going. So here's letter E. If you're ever black your eyes. 1, 2, go. If they ever black your eyes, put me wise. And
If they ever broke your loose, turn me loose. If they ever pull your brain, I'll complain. It's friendship, friendship, just a perfect friendship. When all the friendships have been forget, ours will still be it. La 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 la, hep hep hep.
he did it again, didn't he? Did you see that, the last one? So blendship, when other friendships have been forget, ours will still be it. So you got another one to kind of watch that. So it's forgot, forgate, forget. Ooh, I almost forgot. Here's letter F, letter F. It's friendship. Let's put that together and see if we can get the forgets. 1, 2, go.
It's friendship, friendship, just a perfect friendship.
Forget.
All the friendships have been forget. Ours will still be it. La 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 la, hep hep hep.
Very good. You got it. So let's go back to letter E. There's a couple tricky lines. This person's helpful, but I don't know if this is the friend you want. If they ever put a bullet through your brain, I'll complain. Maybe you're not that good a friend. I don't know. So it's kind of tricky because if they ever put a bullet through your brain, so brain gets 2 syllables or 2 notes to it. Let's do if they ever. This is right before letter F, right between E and F. If they ever, 1, 2, go. If they ever put a bullet through your brain, I'll complain. Perfect. Let's do that one more time just to get through that. It's a tricky line. 1, 2, go. If they ever put a bullet through your brain, I'll complain.
It's friendship, friendship, just a perfect friendship. When all the friendships have been forget, ours will still be it. La 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 la, hep hep hep.
You got it. So I think we did pretty well. So today we're going to have covered 4 songs out of our 9, but I think we have a little bit of time left to go ahead and sing us all the way through. There's a couple phrases to watch. This is at letter C as in cat. If you ever lose your teeth when you're out to dine, borrow mine. I think that was before implants. But so if you ever lose your teeth when you're out to dine, borrow mine. Very non-COVID, sharing teeth. Very, very non-COVID. So we don't suggest you do that, even if you're in a pod or anything like that. So I think we're ready. Grab your friend at home. Let's stand if you're able to stand, or sit as tall as you can, and we're going to go all the way through, no stopping, and we're going to enjoy this really exciting intro. It's brief, but it's awesome by Mr. Jamal. Here we go. And
If you're ever in a jam, here I am. If you're ever in a rest, SOS. If you ever feel so happy you land in jail on your bed, it's friendship, friendship, just the perfect friendship. When all the friendships have been forgot, ours will still be hot. La 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 la, ding ding ding.
and if you're ever
Opportunity for to me.
We have covered a lot of ground today, and we're about to sing song number 9, but before we go, I just want to especially thank Jamal Sarakoki, our wonderful accompanist. Woo, very nice. Our Key Chorale singers for joining us, and of course, all of you. And although we're not with you in person, we do feel that connection with each and every one of you. If you've enjoyed these episodes, help us spread the word so that others may participate. New singers can register at any time, and all 3 volumes of these rehearsals will be available on Key Chorale's YouTube channel to watch again or whenever it's convenient. As a reminder, new episodes premiere each Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time through May 29, 2021. So before we go, let's sing our final song. This is song number 9. I'm so glad we had the time this time together. Here we go. I'm